Welcome back to Razzberry Tea Time. I'm your host, Benny T, and joining me as always is my co-host.
It's me. I'm back, baby.
Nail Clip and Cam.
No, don't do that. That's not allowed.
This week, we finally got to watch James Gunn's new film, The Suicide Squad.
I feel like we've talked about this more than once on the show.
Yes.
More than once.
Hey, folks, make sure to subscribe and share our podcast with a friend. And be sure to check out our YouTube as well. Links in the description below and stuff. Leave a review as well if you're on Spotify and Apple iTunes and that stuff. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know how we can serve you better. You know what else happened, Cameron?
Time for an omelet.
Yeah, a merch omelet. Our new merch, It's Fine, and Hi, My Name is now live. Go check that out at the Razzberry Tea Shop.
Yeah, I'm on the right week.
But, before we get to the Suicide Squad and our other exciting stuff this week, I think we should take a munch of some new sandwiches.
I was on the wrong week again.
It's okay.
Oh, man. This is great. We're off to a great start.
Great start. Jungle Cruise hits the box office and is exceeding its expectations after its first weekend, sitting at $34.2 million opening. Globally, the film has grossed $61.8 million, well, raking in another $30 million from Disney+. But, upcoming from this past weekend when you guys are listening to this, it's got the Suicide Squad as competition now, so we'll see how it fares.
Yeah.
But this film looks pretty good. I do want to see it.
I watched it on HBO. No paywall to watch that, by the way. Disney, take notes. Yeah. Yeah. You know what else is kind of cool? I'm a little excited for.
Is it the Lord of the Rings?
It's the Lord of the Rings. Amazon announced that Lord of the Rings will premiere. The series will premiere on Friday, the 2nd of September, 2022. I mean, yeah, that's a year away, but you know what? I wanna watch it. It's gonna be fun.
I'm sure they've got tons and tons of VFX they should be doing right now.
Yeah. Do you think they'll bring back Elijah Wood?
No. I'm pretty sure the series is set like a few thousand years in the past from where the movies and books take place.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of a time gap.
I was thinking maybe Frodo's like, oh, come sit around and listen to tall tales. I don't know. I don't know anything about this series.
Hobbit,
I'm just
it?
excited. No, it's Lord of the Rings.
Wait, no, it's the other way around because The Hobbit takes place before the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Lord of the Rings Hobbit guy. I don't know what I can say. I don't know what to say. Moff Gideon actor Giancarlo Esposito updates saying they have finished shooting Boba Fett and they will soon start shooting season 3 of The Mandalorian.
So he's gonna be in Boba Fett?
Possibly. Or they're just like telling him stuff. I feel like he won't be in Boba Fett though. I hope he's not. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like I want to see a live action like
I don't like that. My hair can't do that. Cameron stuck his hair up and now he looks like
Ace Ventura. Ace Ventura.
Wait, what is the villain from Incredibles name?
Syndrome,
yeah, okay.
His name is Buddy. Fly home, Buddy. I work alone. We should watch The Incredibles. I still haven't seen the second one.
Really? It's pretty great. Also has Bob Odenkirk in it.
I know it does. Isn't it great?
I hope he's doing better. Apparently he is doing better, but it's okay.
Yeah, he didn't die.
SNL writer Colin Jost and his brother Casey Jost will be writing the next live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Didn't that movie flop?
The first one did fine in 2014. I believe the second one came out in 2016. And yeah, it did not perform well, but personally, I kind of liked it because it was just like everything weird from the 80s. They just made it live action. I appreciated it for that, I guess. I don't know.
You know,
fun. I don't know.
You know when we're never gonna get again?
What?
A proper like 80s style like movie night kind of thing, like Footloose. The remake was not. I like the original better. You know,
I've seen the remake. It's got what's his face in it?
that one guy,
The one guy from Fantastic. I
Fant
can't
Four
even.
Stick,
What's his name? Miles Teller. That's his name. Okay.
Fant 4chan. Yeah,
Okay. There are some
yeah.
current rumors saying that Henry Cavill will be returning in the Flash movie, although he is not under contract at all by Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers clearly hates him. So we'll see about that.
Mm.
It's great.
Yeah. You know what else is great?
What else is great?
All of the Marvel's What If is technically canon in the multiverse. And that Chadwick Boseman is set to return as T'Challa or Black Panther. Probably, we've seen, not Black Panther though, like the character that is usually Black Panther.
One of them is
MCU.
going to be Star-Lord.
Yeah, a variant is Star-Lord. I'm excited for that. That seems like it'd be pretty cool. Yeah, but he's going to be in multiple episodes as multiple versions of himself. I'm looking forward to these final performances. It's going to be a little sad when they're finished, but
Yeah, that's really all I'm looking forward to.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the animation style.
I mean, animation style, as long as the story is good.
Yeah.
They could have
but
done it in
also,
stick
like,
figures, and if the story was good, I'd still enjoy it.
the voice acting too. I feel like that's really gonna bug me. Like the people that aren't being played by their actual characters, like Drax. Apparently, Dave Bautista was never asked to voice Drax in What If.
Drax is in What If?
Yeah, Drax is me in What If, and all
No,
that
like that's his
he
reaction.
responded with. No,
It's like what?
I believe he said, "I was not asked," and then James Gunn replied to that tweet and said, "What?" That's all he said was "What."
Hey, I kind of got that James Gunn hair going.
Yeah, but James Gunn took the full dive and went all white now. His natural hair color. He stopped dyeing it.
I'm gonna dye
You
my
should do
hair
the
white.
same.
Yeah.
You can be the new James Gunn.
Yeah. I'm gonna post some stuff on Twitter now, so that in 30 years it can come back to haunt me.
Yikes. Twitter has not even been around for 30 years.
I was making a really bad joke. Yeah.
Miss Marvel is now likely to release in early 2022 on Disney Plus. There was some reports they'd be possibly releasing at the end of the year, but now it is not.
I don't like that you can see what I'm doing on my camera at all times.
I do like that I can see what you're doing at all times.
This is what I normally do. It's awful. Yeah. So anyway, Blizzard president J. Allen Brack
Yep.
is leaving the company following the wake of the last couple of weeks. If you're not familiar with that, that's with all of the frat house environments at their offices.
Yeah.
Was that just in like California, or is it most?
Most of Activision Blizzard's offices are in California. That's why it was filed in California.
That would make sense. Okay, I thought maybe they had some on the East Coast too, but
I mean, they might.
yeah. Jen O'Neill and Mike Ybarra.
Yeah, you got it.
Ybarra will take over as co-leaders of Blizzard.
Big yikes.
Yeah,
That doesn't really make a difference because the CEO is still in place.
I'm glad I'm glad I don't have WoW anymore.
Look, if you're not like, okay, so it's a bad work environment, right? And we know that they're being mistreated. So if people just like stop buying their games, all that's going to happen is that the people you're trying to support by not buying their games are going to get let go because they're the ones that are being mistreated and they're the ones that will be laid off first. So by not purchasing the games, you're not really helping the women in the workplace.
I just never played WoW anyway.
Me either. I know they made a movie and Dominic Cooper's in it. Yeah. I don't like that I can see your face right now. Freaking me out. You're making weird faces. So Cobra Kai's Zolo Maraduna is in talks to lead the Blue Beetle movie at HBO Max.
I saw that.
Dude, I'm excited. Okay, so
I saw that on Twitter.
apparently HBO Max is just going to be making a bunch of original movies for it, which you should, because you want original movies for your streaming platform. And this is one of them, along with Batgirl, which I'm also excited for. With J.K. Simmons is in talks to return as Commissioner Gordon. So that's exciting. Big excitement.
I'm not gonna lie. When it came to the front of like movies, like streaming service versus streaming service, I thought we were gonna see like Disney Plus versus Netflix, but it definitely seems more of like an HBO versus Disney kind of thing.
Yeah.
Netflix hasn't had really any big plays, and the biggest one that they did have, I would say, is probably the possible Avatar series, which is now probably not going to be on Netflix anymore.
They still hold the license. It will be.
I don't think they're even doing the show is what I'm getting at, though.
I think there were some problems with the showrunners, but we've talked about a lot of stuff with Netflix recently, with like Knives Out coming to Netflix, and they're trying to acquire a license for the Final Fantasy movies and stuff. So everybody's out here making money moves. So I always thought that streaming services were going to kill each other, but it seems like they might actually be able to coexist for a while.
We're going to get back into like media monopoly kind of statuses here.
I just like every player's in the game now. For a long time, it was just Amazon and Netflix, and now it seems like everybody's coming in.
Full swing. Yeah.
You see the news about the Lego Star Wars Terrifying Tales original special?
I actually haven't.
It looks pretty cool. They only released like one promo image, and it's going to follow Poe and BB-8 post The Rise of Skywalker as they visit Vader's castle. I think it's going to be kind of following like what the Christmas special did, where it just sets everything post The Rise of Skywalker and just hopes that it's not canon.
Yeah.
I mean, where's Lego supposed to go with it? I mean, I think they're trying to do something new.
I'm gonna tell you where they shouldn't go. They
By
shouldn't
the
go.
Rise of Skywalker.
They shouldn't go make Flamin' Cheeto flavored ice cream.
Someone made Flamin' Hot Cheetos flavored ice cream, and apparently it's like an official product. So that's gross.
Gross.
Let's move on.
I want to bite into my ice cream and just have a Cheeto breakaway. Like, it's not even like a crunch. It's just like a moist, like just when you bite into it, and then all you taste is pain.
Gross. The Umbrella Academy season 3 is almost finished filming, and then it will release on the Netflix.
Awesome. I want to watch that. I feel like I should watch that.
Yeah, I've heard some good things about it.
I think my brother's watching it.
You know what we watched this week?
Well, no, we're not talking about that yet.
It was the Venom Let There Be Carnage second trailer.
Oh, I thought you were talking about what we did, what we might do. Table talk.
Yeah.
Aha.
No.
Ahaha. Yeah, no, I saw part of that trailer.
Yeah. Apparently the internet is now more excited for this than they are for No Way Home because they actually released a trailer for it.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
You love it.
A lot of people are speculating that the big date for No Way Home trailer would be the 10th because that's like Peter Parker's date of birth or his birthday in universe in the MCU. So
yeah, it's Spider-Man Day.
Yeah. No, Spider-Man Day was earlier this month. Spider-Man Day was on the 2nd.
No. I'm pretty sure it was
Let me be
recently. Right. Oh, wait. The 2nd? That was only 5 days ago.
August 1st.
Oh, that was only 6 days ago. Oh, I thought you were talking about July 2nd. And I was like, there's no way. I kind of forgot we were in August now.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. So, in universe, Peter Parker's birthday is on the 10th. August 10th. So
I can't wait until we get a live action Miles Morales.
I can't wait until we actually get a movie that we're excited for that actually pays off the way we thought it would. Oh, wait. We watched it. Oh, man. No, that movie, yeah, we'll get there in a bit. You know what else happened?
Does it have to do with the Nintendo Switch?
Yeah. It's crazy. The Nintendo Switch has officially sold out both the Xbox 360 and PS3 to become the 7th biggest game console of all time. I owned both of those before that.
Do you know what the number one console is?
The Wii. No, yeah, the Wii.
Is the PlayStation 2.
The Wii is higher up there. There's a lot of Wiis sold.
It's the PS2. Then I think it's Wii, then PS4, or PS4 might have passed Wii at some point.
No, there's more Xbox One than PS4.
That's not true.
Hey,
I know for a fact that it's not true. The Xbox One sold very underwhelmingly. But in the last 3 years, because of the digital console, it's caught up a little bit, but it's still very below.
PS2, Nintendo DS, the Game Boy, PlayStation 4, PlayStation, Wii, Nintendo Switch. Xbox One is not in here until 12th.
Yeah, it's way lower.
14.
Yikes.
Oh, wow.
Yikes.
No wonder why those lobbies were always so empty.
Did you have an Xbox One?
Yeah, my brother has it now because I got the PS4.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, no, I have had every console except for the Wii U and the Switch. In my lifetime.
Born? I was gonna say,
in my lifetime.
Since you were born, or what?
PS1 and Xbox up through now is what I've had. I even had the GameCube, and I don't have that anymore.
We never had. I mean, you've not had every variant of the game or the DS though.
I've had the DS, DSi, and
Lite,
3DS.
3DS XL, 2DS.
I don't consider that a
2DS
console.
XL.
That's a handheld, dude.
Then why is it on the list?
You're on the list.
I'm not on the list because I'm a person. And my name
I
is
was over
Anakin.
on the bench.
I still don't get that joke.
Good.
So, Dopinder actor Karan Soni says that Disney has not asked him about returning for Deadpool 3, saying, quote, "When we were at Fox, they used to communicate a little bit more," end quote. Ryan Reynolds also says that there is a 70% chance that production for Deadpool 3 will start next year. And by production, I believe that he means shooting, because production of writing and stuff has already started.
I would like to imagine that Ryan Reynolds just walked into Disney, full Deadpool, with his prop guns in his hand, and he's like, "I want to see the CEO."
Well, there's a bunch of stuff with Free Guy coming out, his new movie, where he's
oh, you mean that movie?
a
That's
weird
coming
CGI
out?
buff dude, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm too big to fit in the Deadpool suit now. No big deal though. I don't need it." So this next one is some huge news. All right. So the creators of South Park have signed a massive deal, close to $1 billion worth, where they have to develop 14 movies for Paramount Plus, more seasons of South Park on Comedy Central, and then another video game.
Paramount owns Comedy Central?
I suppose.
Probably. It's
Otherwise,
we don't own this broadcasting network, but you're gonna make content for them.
We're gonna pay you so much money to make money for someone else. You better.
Unless it's an insurance thing where it's when the seasons fail, then they get money back, kind of thing.
I mean, that's possible.
Insurance fraud.
I believe that the money, it doesn't just go to the creators, but it goes to the actual studios to develop the products.
Oh yeah.
So the $1 billion gets spread out amongst the 14 movies, game, and then more seasons. So it's just basically back end funding everything. And it's not even back end; that's just front end.
Yeah.
Did you know
the
that
Karate Kid saga continues on
Netflix reveals Cobra Kai season 4 is releasing in December 2021. I thought you were gonna keep going.
No,
you should have kept going.
I can't read that fast.
That's a good point.
Yeah, stop it.
Hey, I'm wearing a Cobra Kai shirt right now, actually. My mom got me for this. My dad's a big fan.
Oh, yeah? Look, I got a Guardians of the Galaxy original from 2014.
Wow, it fits so well.
I've had this shirt for a long time. Oh, yeah, no, this is an extra large.
I wasn't being sarcastic.
I wore really baggy clothes while I was in school.
DC Films president Walter Hamada says that James Gunn will be back for more DC projects following the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I like the direction.
I mean, we know he's back for one more thing at least, but there's gonna be more. So, even though you haven't watched it yet, Star Wars: The Bad Batch has officially been renewed for season 2, and is set to premiere in 2022.
So season 1 is over.
It's got one episode left.
I should definitely watch that.
Yeah.
Something I've
So
been saying
next
for
week's
how long?
episode is the last episode of the first season. This week was pretty crazy. Pretty crazy so far.
Mm. This week or this season?
This week and the season. Both.
I have a pulse in my thumb.
You should.
No, I mean, like, I can. It's very distinct.
It's okay. It's okay. A new report is claiming that Sony is targeting console-quality AAA games for its next generation of PSVR headset.
All right.
Pretty huge. Because, Sony is known for their AAA games, basically.
Yeah.
So,
Last of Us.
Let's slap on a
VR.
first-person VR shooter.
Last of Us 3 VR.
VR confirmed. So a DC producer, Charles Roven, has said that if there is a planned Justice League 2, it is a number of years away. And I was like, really? Just give it back to Zack Snyder.
Yeah, he'll have it here in 6 months.
I mean,
Written, not the actual movie. Written.
He already has it written, so.
Zach does?
Yeah, he has 2 and 3 already written.
But we're never going to get to see him.
We're never going to get to see them.
Wow.
It's very depressing. Well, originally, Justice League was pitched as a 3-movie arc, and then Warner Brothers was like, "Oh, that's probably too much." So then they cut it down to 2, and then they cut it down to 1.
And then they cut it down to 0 and gave it to Whedon.
And then they gave it 1. There was also some report this week about the producer being like, "Yeah, we probably shouldn't have released a movie where Superman's face looked weird." Like, really? Really?
The mustache.
Release the mustache cut.
Release the butthole cut.
Please don't. Please don't.
So anyway, Netflix teases season 4 of Stranger Things with some promotional images. And it should be releasing sometime next year.
I'm very excited. The promotional images look very cool.
We don't know when they're going to release. I think the promotional images were the things that I used for the one new segment video that we made when we first started talking about the.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But these are like brand new ones that new images we've never seen.
I think I used some promotional images then.
Yeah. They had some other ones because they had like a short teaser trailer, but this is a few images more, like 8 new things. Then James Jude Courtney, who plays Michael Myers in the current Halloween trilogy, confirms that filming on the 3rd film, Halloween Ends, is set to begin on January 10th, 2022. And also
Halloween
the new
Ends.
film comes out this Halloween. Halloween Kills.
The last one, right? That means it's the final Halloween movie.
Yeah, and I think that what's her face? Who plays the lady? She's in Knives Out too. I can't think of her name.
I don't watch these movies.
Good movies. I haven't seen Halloween actually.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say
I'm not a big horror film guy.
I'm not either, but apparently you're gonna go to Valley Scare, you weirdo.
Oh well, that's different.
Last time I went to a haunted house, I punched one of the people that scared me. So
good, they deserve to be punched.
Oh, dude. Okay, did you know that this is just a little bit of a sidebar. Did you know that there's some haunted houses or like some like scare houses in the country where they make you sign a waiver and then they can do literally anything to you because of the waiver that you signed?
Yeah, I did know that.
Why would you go to that? Sometimes people die.
What?
Yeah, because it's on the waiver.
What?
Yeah.
That they can die? No,
but they get so scared that their heart stops.
Okay, but that's probably on you then, because if you know
That's
you
what
have
the
heart
waiver
problems,
is.
then don't like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would you go to that?
Because you're stupid. I don't know.
I'm not blaming the place. They took precautions. They signed waivers. It's just people die from fear.
Then people shouldn't be so stupid and go there in the first place.
That's what I'm saying. You did a lot this week.
Not really. All right, let's get into some table talk, baby.
Yeah.
So, I have moved to mornings at work, which means that I have a lot of alone time and I'm very isolated a lot.
Mm-hmm. Just
been
so everyone
so weird.
knows, this is like our first time actually talking for more than 2 minutes this
Yeah.
week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we literally have opposite schedules currently.
Like, I don't know how much of it's going to get cut out, but we sat here and we talked for a little bit in between segments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've had a lot of time. So this weekend, because I worked in the morning on Sunday instead of at night, I was able to watch the championship match at the Major 5 tournament for the Call of Duty League. And let me tell you, it was a banger. An absolute banger. If you have any interest in Call of Duty and like watching competitive Call of Duty, please look up Minnesota Rocker versus the Toronto Ultra Major 5 Championship. And I'm like, Minnesota made history. Not only was it like the first win under the organization, but they made history. So the way that the major tournaments are formatted this year is most series are best of 5, so you have to win 3 maps to win the series. So if the one team goes up 2 maps and then you win the next 3, it's called a reverse sweep. But the major tournaments are based in a best of 9 system, so you have to win 5 maps. And Toronto went up 4 maps on Minnesota, and then they won the next 5. And let me tell you, it was crazy. Like, it was so much fun to watch, but I watched it by myself, and it was fun. It's long because it's 9 matches, but oh my gosh, it's a lot of fun. Please check it out if you have any interest.
Don't look at me.
Other than that, I went to Valley Fair this week with some family and friends. Mostly family, to be honest, but whatever. So that was fun. It wasn't too hot out, so we didn't die roasting. I watched Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man Tell No Tales.
Wow, that was on Saturday, wasn't it?
I finished it like 2 days ago.
Oh.
I wasn't able to finish it when you came over.
I know, because you fell asleep.
Shut up. So I finished that. Let me tell you. CGI young Jack Sparrow, not it, man. Never want to see that again. Like, that was disturbing for the eyes.
Without getting into spoilers, because I do want to do a Pirates episode. Character arcs over the movies. What's your favorite one?
None of them?
Oh, you don't like any of the character arcs?
I just don't think that any of them are like very arcy. It's just like adding more to them. Like Jack Sparrow just gets dumber throughout the movies.
Yeah,
then
because that's funny. That's
Will
the
Turner,
funny stuff.
I'd say he has like one of the bigger arcs along with Elizabeth, but both of their arcs are like the exact same arc, where it's not a pirate and then a pirate, and that's like the whole arc. Hopefully that's not too spoilery, but most of that happens very early in the series, and from there, I don't know. I'd say that I don't know, because in the 5th movie, I'm not a big fan of the way that Orlando Bloom played his character. He just seemed very,
for as much as he was on screen.
Yeah. And also, why is Keira Knightley like credited in the top billed people, but she's only in it for 8 seconds? Like, what is that? I thought she was gonna be in the movie a lot more when I looked at the IMDb.
I think the had something to do with, I'll come back for this movie, but I want to get paid significantly for it and then have like no lines.
I mean, maybe a bunch of stuff got cut out. I don't know, but
no, she wasn't integral to the movie, which sucks because they're this is all for the Pirates thing. Anyway.
Yeah. So then like, their kid too, Henry Turner, he's played by what's his face?
Yeah.
And I feel like for a while there, he was like getting really big, where he was like the lead in 2014's The Giver movie. And then this, and then now I'll talk about it a little bit later, but he's one of the leads on Titans too. It was kind of neat to see where he's going.
So the Pirates movie, the last one, the 5th one, is a little bit ahead of its time in regards to like when it's supposed to take place chronologically. So this movie was made about 10 years after the 3rd one was released. So having him be a 19 or 20-year-old, it's still 10 years. So Jack looks 10 years younger than his.
But they're not supposed to like line up time-wise.
I'm just saying, like, it's funny because Johnny Depp doesn't look like he's aged in the last 20 years in the Pirates franchise.
Oh, yeah. I think that's kind of weird because he should be like 50.
He looks, yeah, like they should have given Jack a little bit more of like gray strands if they were going to continue that, in my opinion, because
I agree.
Because he literally looks the same as he did in On Stranger Tides, and there's about a 5-year time jump in between those.
Yeah, I think they say in the movie that it's been like 5 winters since then. So then, okay.
Well, even from the first,
so even from the timeline,
even from the first movie to the second movie, there's a 2-year time jump.
And then from that one to the next one, it's like less than a year. Like they take place immediately after each other.
Because the idea with Dead Man's Chest is so Curse of the Black Pearl takes place 10 years after the acquisition of the Black Pearl for Jack from Davy Jones, but then he only had the ship in his possession for a year.
2 years.
So it'd be 11 years. Oh, 2 years. So it'd be 11 years. So then when Davy Jones comes to him, it's past his 13 years. He's going on to his 14th year. That's 14 years of story right there.
Plus, whenever the flashbacks take place in the 5th movie, so you got to think when he comes to him, it's 12 years afterwards because in Dead Man's Chest it's been 2 years since the first movie, and the first movie took 10 years because
11.
He was the captain of the Black Pearl for 2 years and then not for 8 when they were all cursed. So then it would be 2 years after that if that's when you're saying it takes place. So it would be 12. I don't know what matters. Like, what was his deal with Davy Jones? Wasn't it just 10 years?
So the whole lore of the Pirates movie, right? Jack was a young privateer. He wasn't a pirate, and that's, I think, what the flashback was supposed to be. He wasn't yet a pirate, and I don't know why it was the Black Pearl that they were sailing on, because at the time it would have been the Wicked Wench. And it was a ship that the British had deployed for Jack to be not a captain of, but like a member of, where they would be doing slave trading, and he wasn't fond of that. So it had to have been in the early stages where it would have just been him liberating, which is technically pirating, and that's probably why the Spanish were after him, but it was still the Black Pearl, even though it wasn't supposed to be. The 5th movie is just a mess. No, in the 5th movie, it was the Black Pearl, even though at the time it wouldn't be. Yeah.
Are you sure?
At the time, yeah. The ship was black. So it should have looked like any other British ship. Are you looking it up now? So
yeah,
in the flashback, it's supposed to be the Wicked Wench. And after Beckett figures out that Jack's been setting all the slaves free, he has the ship burned. And I think Jack is like tied down to the ship and he goes down with it. But instead of dying, Davy Jones comes to him and makes the deal like, hey, after 13 years... if I raise your ship after 13 years, you owe me a lifetime on the Dutchman. And he's like, yeah, I can do that. And then Jack kind of just went and had all of this arrangement stuff. And the ship was raised, and he named it the Black Pearl because of the now charred resemblance of the ship that was once the Wicked Wench. It was all just black. Everything was black and burnt and stuff. So he just dubbed it the Black Pearl.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. And it looks like the Black Pearl was originally
the Wicked Wench.
But I'm trying to figure out a picture of the Wicked Wench.
There is no actual picture. It's supposed to look like any other British trading vessel, not a black ship like they depicted in the flashback.
But I'm looking at the flashback and it's not black.
It doesn't look like a British trading ship either.
Well, I don't know what British trading ships look like.
It looks like the ship that was in Pirates 2, where Will had the Kraken tear it down.
I don't know. So other than Pirates, I played the new Zombies map, Mauerdertoten. And we got like 75% of the way through the Easter egg. We're going to go back to it and try it again because we did not beat it because we died to some stupid crap. So
I want to play. I want to do that. Zombies. That's like the one feature in COD that I miss.
Then me and a friend beat a 2v2 gunfight tournament in Cold War. That was kind of fun. So it's just like random guns that you get given every other round. So yeah, that's cool. And then I began watching Titans on HBO Max. I'm about 3 episodes in because I needed something to watch that I could watch by myself because I can't watch How I Met Your Mother without Emily. So I needed something new to watch. So I'm watching that. And it's been pretty good so far. Better than what I was expecting.
How I Met Your Titans.
Origin story.
How I Met the Titans, and it's just Batman before he dies.
Yeah. So what did you do this week, man?
Isn't that the lore behind Titans?
No, it's kind of just Robin wanted to do his own thing, so then...
I always thought that the reason why the Titans or Teen Titans had to form was because Batman died and Robin needed a team to be the Justice League.
No. That's kind of the story behind Young Justice, but not the Teen Titans.
Oh, I got my stories mixed up.
Because Young Justice was already a thing with the Justice League, like in the TV show. But then in the TV show at the end of the first season, the whole Justice League goes missing. So then they kind of have to take over. Yeah. So what'd you do this week?
Yeah, so suffering from sleep deprivation. It's a fun time. Yeah, these last few days, it's been waking us. This week I've been having some sleep issues. Waking up, going to bed late, waking up early. Not by choice. It just happens. My body's like, hey, it's time to get up. 3 o'clock in the morning after going to bed at 11. Do that for 3 days in a row, and you get to the point where I was last night at work. I was singing, I was dancing, I was very tired, but I was having a good time. Spencer saw a video of that, I'm assuming.
I did.
Yeah,
he was reenacting National Treasure in the parking lot.
Yeah, the Nicolas Cage run. It was accurate, too. That's what disappoints me.
And then we're going to steal the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, I didn't do the voice. I can't do that. But, yeah, then... just working on some big plans, getting a show together. Might actually start doing consistent YouTube videos. I have to talk to an editor and figure some stuff out. So, more content that way. And then we watched an entire season of The Blacklist in 2 days. We had a Blacklist marathon on over the weekend because I was off for 4 days. That was fun. Today's my first day off since then, and next time I have 2 Wednesdays off in a row. Two biggest unloads of the week. And I'm like, yes.
Same.
Yeah. You have Wednesday off?
Yeah, that's my day off.
Let's do stuff. Live streams. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we should. Totally.
Yeah, you want to do one Wednesday, let's do a Red Dead. And then the following, let's do either Pokemon or Lego build.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I want to get through Red Dead. I want to do Red Dead before Christmas.
Yeah.
Because we're going to have a lot of Star Wars stuff coming out next year and Marvel stuff coming out next year. So I want to get
Dude, there's a lot of Marvel stuff coming out right now.
There's but
3 movies and 3 TV shows coming out before the end of the year.
Yeah, so we're going to be pretty much full up through the end of the year. Yeah, so anyway, I started playing, I continued playing Spider-Man on PS4.
How was that? Was that good? Did you have a fun time playing the game?
I didn't finish it.
How's it going playing?
So I find myself in New York. I'm not actually going to the missions. I'm drawn to all of the landmarks. I spent a lot of time over at Freedom Tower or World Trade 1, whatever that is. And I'll find myself swinging to Trinity Church and just normal landmarks in New York. And I mean, I've never been to New York, but I've seen enough aerial stuff and footage from New York. Central Park is like a fourth of the actual size, and Manhattan is way smaller. I can swing from one side of the map to the other in probably about 3 minutes.
It should be longer than that. But yeah,
how often do you utilize you shoot forward and pull yourself though? Because that's how I swing.
I think that game did a really good job of using its limits, where obviously you can't make all of Manhattan. I mean, it's 13.4 miles long. You can't make that all in one video game and have it all be highly detailed. I think they did a really good job of creating the feeling of it being New York and giving it identities to keep it in line with real life, whilst adding Marvel stuff to it.
I can't find the Sanctum.
Really?
Yeah, no, I haven't found it yet. I really wish you could go across the bridge.
I believe it's Lower West Side, right? Might be Upper West Side. I don't know. I think it's on the west side of Manhattan.
I thought it was supposed to be near the church, but yeah.
It's on Bleecker Street. Also,
I know where that is. I know where that is.
That game has the thing on a movie theater where it's a guy asking a girl to marry him, and now they're not married, but it's still in the game. She said no. So he asked her to marry her in the game, right? And then she said no, but the thing's still in the game. Isn't that cool?
No. No, I haven't been playing. So I have probably about 10 hours of game time. Haven't been doing a lot of story. I've been doing a lot of small petty crime stuff and putting up the beacons for the police stations, unlocking a lot of map stuff.
No, that's what I did a lot of when I first started playing it too. I'm pretty sure it was just unlock the map.
Just explore stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, go to this area. I know where that is because you know the map. Yeah.
So Cameron, are you ready for a little bit of sugar?
Yeah, let's do it. We haven't done one of these in a while.
Which Suicide Squad character are we? We're doing this on BuzzFeed, right? And link will be in the description if you want to play along with us. I'm excited. I think I'm going to get Peacemaker.
If I get Weasel, I'm going to be very upset.
All right.
All right, let's see. What's your first prompt here?
The first question is, first things first, if you were a villain, what would be your one redeeming quality?
My one redeeming quality. Wow.
Your ability to lead, your love for others, your dedication to the cause, your ability to take care of yourself, your understanding of right and wrong, your loyalty to your squad.
I think mine would have to be understanding of right and wrong.
I think mine would be your ability to lead. Next question. Pick another iconic villain to join your squad.
Oh, dude.
Cersei's Lannister from Game of Thrones, Darth Vader from Star Wars, Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lambs,
Regina George from Mean Girls,
Voldemort from Harry Potter, and Villani from Killing Eve? No clue.
Hannibal
no clue what that
Lecter.
last one is.
I'm
gonna pick Darth Vader, so you should pick Voldemort.
I was gonna pick Vader. All right, I got Voldy.
But you like Voldemort more than I do.
They're both bald. It's fine.
They are both bald and white boys.
Charred. One's charred. The other one's a snake.
Yeah.
One's hot-blooded. The other one's cold-blooded.
Yikes. You got the next question?
It's big moment of glory, right? Which song is playing in the background during your epic fight? Well, we got the options: Bohemian Rhapsody, Apella,
Apelli? I don't know.
Without Me by Eminem, Hit Me With Your Best Shot by Pat Benatar, the namesake of the Benatar, if you guys didn't know. Hold Up by Beyonce, or Bad Guy by Billie Eilish. Now, if I had to think, my out of all of these, Bohemian Rhapsody and Without Me are like my favorite songs. But if you were doing like some sort of epic fight scene, I feel like the beat to Bad Guy by Billie Eilish would be better for like a dramatic fight scene. So I'm gonna pick that.
I think that would be like really John Wicky, but I think that the middle part of Bohemian Rhapsody would be really good for this too. So I'm going with Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay, the only reason they didn't have really good songs for that. I feel like if they would have did Don't Stop Me Now. Yeah.
I mean, that's already in Guardians, so I don't know.
Is it?
Yeah, it's in Guardians 2. I'm 80% sure that it's in one of the Guardians because it's on the playlist that I listen to on Spotify.
It is not. I mean, it's not in the actual movie. It could be part of the playlist.
Okay.
It's not in the movie. I've seen Guardians 2 enough to know it's not in there. You're going to look it up now? If you had the Ratcatcher's ability to control animals, which animal would you choose? You got cats, goldfish, squirrels, ants, pigeons, or coyotes. Pigeons would be kind of cool. You just like tell them to poop on people. Death by pigeon poop, you know? Coyotes would be kind of cool too. You could like, hey, I wanna completely destroy this man's livelihood on his farm. Send the coyotes in to kill all of his cattle, you know? Decimate an entire farm.
I'm a little confused by this music right now. So the thing that it's showing me is a Guardians of the Galaxy mission breakout, and it looks like it's from like a freaking Disney park. So it might be a part of the album and then they used it in a Disney park. That's what it kind of looks like.
I was gonna say it's not part of the movies. It'd be really cool if they had a shot where that was in the movie. I think it's in Deadpool too, isn't it? No,
No clue.
not in Deadpool. Not in Deadpool. Anyway,
Okay, so what animal are you picking here?
did you hear my reasons for the animals?
A little bit.
Pigeons, death by pooping. You want to completely destroy someone's farm. You pick the coyotes, have them eat all the livestock. Squirrels, just throw nuts at people. Ants, become Ant-Man.
Now, I'm just trying to think about, like, if you compare the abilities of Ratcatcher, like, in the movie and how she uses them.
Utilizes their strengths.
Which way would be the best way to use it? I kind of want to go with squirrels just because they have opposable thumbs.
I would say ants because of their
Not
durability.
opposable,
And like,
posable thumbs. It's posable thumbs, not opposable, right?
I think it's opposable.
Dude, I do not know. Because I've said opposable my whole life, but, like, it sounds like posable would make more sense.
I'm picking ants.
I'm picking
Because
squirrels.
They have the ability to lift stuff that is like 10 times their weight. So if you had like 100,000 ants, just imagine like there's billions,
Yeah, but you have to think
trillions
about
of
the
ants.
surface area there too. Like, how many ants are gonna be able to fit on a single object for them to lift it?
You just group the ants up. And if they're the ants like in Indiana Jones 4, no problem. Oh. Yeah,
Okay, I'm going with squirrels.
I picked ants. Yeah.
Last but not least, choose a not so superpower. The ability to turn wine into water, the power to talk to animals but not understand what they're saying to you, the power to teleport 3 feet at a time, the power to turn invisible when no one is looking at you, the power to stop time for 5 seconds at a time.
Ooh, I'm going to go with 5 seconds at a time.
The power to read minds with consent. I'm going to go with the teleport 3 feet at a time. Because, like, who's to say how long it will take you? You could just be like, zoom, 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 zoom. You could just go, like, really fast.
Yeah, but what if it's just random, too? So you're like, 3 feet, 3 feet, 3 feet, 3 feet, 3 feet. It's just,
it doesn't say that you can't control it. Because these other ones, it's like, oh, you can't control who's looking at you. You can't control whose minds you read because they have to consent to it. It's like, I feel like you'd be able to, control where you're teleporting to. I'm going to go with that one. Okay, are we going to pick at the same time? Are you ready?
No, I already picked mine. I already got my results.
Who did you get? I hope it's Weasel.
Looks like I'm going to eat a beach of genitalia.
You got Peacemaker?
Yeah, I got Peacemaker.
Now I got Bloodsport. You know what that means?
We hate each other. Yeah.
We are rivals. So I got Bloodsport. You're a natural born leader who didn't sign up for the role, which makes you 100% better for it. You have a tough exterior, but once someone or some rodent cracks it, they'll see that inside you're a big softy.
You got Peacemaker. You have a strict, should we say, moral code. And morals and, and you follow it no matter what. Regardless of what code no matter of what that code will lead you to do, no one can say you don't honor your word.
I'd say that's pretty accurate.
I don't like my results.
I think it's fitting that we're rivals.
I wanted to be Polka Dot Man.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I wanted to be Nanawe.
Yeah, dude, he's an entire vibe on his own.
Honestly. All right. Let's get into some non-spoilers. Weekly Tea, The Suicide Squad. Just give me your thoughts without spoiling the whole movie for everybody.
Great utilization of the cast.
I agree with that.
We saw some like good elements that I didn't. No, it was great. There was some surprises I didn't know that was gonna be in here, and I'm like, wow, that was, it was great. Kind of. No, this was really good. It definitely beat the 2017, 2016, 2017.
No, it's 16.
16. I thought it came out after Justice League.
No, before.
Oh, okay. So then 2016.
Superman was dead when this came out, or the first one came out. So it would have been between BVS and Justice League.
Gotcha.
So it would have been August 5th of 2016 was its release date.
The fact you know that, wow.
Well, I know that it had the exact same release date as the first one, so.
Yeah, no, this very gory movie.
very gory, which I very
I'm
much
not
enjoyed.
I'm not a fan of gore. So I found myself a lot. I'm like,
Wincing.
and the thing is too, you can see when it's coming too. So I did a lot of these where I would be like, oh, they can't see this, but you can. I was like, a lot of that.
Yeah. The only time I did that was okay. So to not spoil it for everyone, but to let you know what I'm talking about.
If someone were to explode.
In the beginning of the third act fight sequence between two characters, and Shard of Thing goes places. And there was an interior shot.
Like any form of like where stuff like gets impaled into someone, just in general.
Oh, so this shot's in the trailer, so it's
like,
okay. But when King Shark like rips that guy in half, that's in the trailer. Ooh, but that shot is super cool.
There's I think it's
disgusting. Cool.
I think it's in Deadpool. No, it's in the game. It's in the Deadpool game.
Haven't played it.
I want to, but even that back in the time I couldn't do that. Wade got stuck on a piece of rebar and he tore himself in half doing that.
I mean, he gets torn in half in the movie too.
Yeah, no, but like in the game, he duct tapes himself back together.
He just grows new legs in Deadpool too.
Yeah. Well, I think honestly, it's kind of like if he has both parts of him, like if he were to have his legs reattached to him in the movie, I'm pretty sure it would have just fused back together.
I don't know how the mechanics necessarily work.
It's his movie. He does what he's doing.
Like, I was genuinely surprised by a lot of elements of this movie. Like, it's pretty easy to like tell which characters you think are gonna like live and die. But
I
also
didn't know they were gonna have Yondu in this movie.
Michael Rooker.
Yeah, I didn't know he was gonna be in this movie.
I mean,
I was like, that's a pretty cool surprise.
Every single cast member of the Suicide Squad, so like Mongol, Ratcatcher, like everybody. Captain Boomerang, Javelin, all of them are like at the red carpet premieres. Like every single cast member of the Suicide Squad is there, so you don't actually know who's big in the movie and who's not. Mm-hmm. So there was like genuine surprise when like, I was like one
these
character
are some
died.
Big actors.
Like, oh my gosh!
And I think some of it too, being that James Gunn was the guy running this whole operation, pretty much. I think it was easier for him to get some of those like bigger name actors that were, for like example, killed off halfway or even at the beginning of the movie, just for like, it's like, wow, that was that's a big money play kind of thing. But no, it was those were the fun little surprises.
Yeah.
No, this movie actually made me feel emotion.
It did, unlike the first one where it's just like, yeah, there's a big beam in the sky.
No, the first one made me feel emotion.
Anger for spending $8 on a ticket.
Anger.
All right, I think we should get into some spoilers now. So everybody that has not checked out the movie,
let's go from start. Let's go from start to finish. I think.
Yeah. So we open the movie. And
I didn't think that
dies.
I didn't like. It was literally the opening of Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
When they land at Normandy,
they introduce the team. They go on a mission. And instantly, as soon as they jump out of the helicopter, one of the team members dies. I like, as soon as he jumped in and he started splashing around, I'm like, oh, he's dead, isn't he?
It's very reminiscent of the when in Deadpool 2 when they deploy Team X.
Task Force? No, not Task Force X.
No, that's the DC one. Yeah, no, like everyone dies except for Deadpool and the guy.
Yeah, Brad Pitt's the Invisible Man in that. Well, yeah, he was because now he's dead. But yeah, like.
Yeah, it's kind of the same emotion as that. It's like they got big name actors.
Exactly. I thought Captain Boomerang was gonna like be a big part in the film still, because he was in the first one, and then he showed up as a little cameo in Birds of Prey. And I just thought that he would have a bigger part.
I think that they're just going to start killing off like all mention of like the previous group so that they can have a fresh start other than Harley. Because, spoiler alert, in case you did stay and they're like, oh, I wonder what this is going to be like. When we see Peacemaker kill Flag, I was really upset.
Yeah. Especially
was
'cause
like
he's
the
been
best
so
part.
good in this movie so far too.
Like, I really wanted to see him lead the team again. But then again, I guess
Exactly.
we also have a new leader, but so
I don't know, but also there might not even be a part of the team anymore at the end of the film. So like after the opening
shoot.
beach, I'm like, okay, so we know that there's other
After
characters like
Normandy.
Bloodsport and King Shark. We know that they're still somewhere, but like when do they join the team is what I'm thinking. And then it just goes through. Okay, let's check on Team B. They're like, everybody's gone. Like, what did you guys do? And then there's just like a big explosion. We're like, what's that?
It's a diversion.
Nothing, a diversion. It's fine.
And that's
I don't know,
like
I really
the show
enjoyed
too.
that.
Like the lady, what's her name? Warren.
Viola Davis is. Why am
Yeah,
I
I can't
blanking right
remember.
now?
Her name. I can't remember her
It's
name.
Viola Davis.
She was in the first. She was in the first one too.
Yeah, she's a really big character. Can I not think of her name?
I
Amanda
thought
Waller.
they killed her.
Amanda Waller.
I thought they killed her.
When they just whack her.
Yeah,
That was
I think
really
my nose is
like
starting to bleed.
that built some genuine tension for me. Like I thought that she was gonna kill him, and I was like, oh no, and then just boom, right to the head. Oh, that was a lot of fun. So yeah,
No, I actually thought they killed her, like with the golf club, like right into the skull. I thought she was dead.
so then from there we watched Team B, right? They're
Mm-hmm.
camping out for the night. John Cena's just chilling in his underwear.
Whitey tidies.
Oh, dude, I was laughing so hard at that part.
They
And then
whitey
they're
tidies
just
or tidy whiteys?
tidy whiteys. Whitey tidies? Tidy
Yeah,
whiteys.
that's what I'm
it's
saying.
tidy
I
whiteys,
don't-
right? It's tidy whiteys.
I think so.
But they're just like explaining to King Shark why he should not eat them. It's like, well, I don't have any friends. I don't know.
No friends.
He was my favorite character.
King Shark towards the beginning, I'm like, ugh, this is just gonna be one of them characters. But now I'm like, oh, he's one of them characters.
He's basically the Groot of the group.
Yeah, I thought he was just gonna be like some dumb muscle, and he was.
He was. Just like Groot.
Dumb muscle that eats people. I want Groot to eat people.
Groot probably does eat people. Let's be honest. He got no photosynthesis. He got flesh and bones in his tummy.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
Well, we know he does like drinking water, so.
And then probably my favorite sequence of the whole movie was when Bloodsport and Peacemaker were like having a competition for most creative kills. Oh, it's so entertaining.
And he's like, "Oh, you're such a show off." And he's like,
Nobody likes to show off.
Yeah, Bloodsport's like, nobody likes to show off. And then Peacemaker's like, they do when showing off something cool.
It's like, damn,
it's like,
he's right.
Oh, it's true.
Oh, I'm so annoyed that he's right. And then they get into Rick Flag. And then you find out that they were the rebels fighting against the same government as them. And they just killed a bunch of innocent people.
I didn't expect to see full frontal nudity in this movie.
I mean, it is rated R. What do we see? Is it just... Oh, there's
Some
one
dude
part
with
in
his
the
pecker.
Gentleman's Club, and then the one dude that gets killed
Oh,
with
I didn't even see in the Gentleman's
genitalia
Club.
out. Oh, it's when they're like rushing through the back with the thinker.
Oh, yeah, no, that's probably why I didn't see it. I was like,
Also, there's a
focused
Guardians
on
of the
trailer.
Galaxy cameo in there that I noticed the first time, but apparently no one else noticed. It's the girl that plays Mantis. She shows up in the Gentleman's Club.
Yeah, he loves putting in his little Easter eggs.
Yeah, he does. There's still an Easter egg in Guardians of the Galaxy that's no one solved yet.
We're close. New Rockstars got really close with that one guy.
Yeah, they
They're
definitely got
working
really
together.
close. So like, and then after that, at the Gentleman's Club, then they got Peter Capaldi. Then they go to the big
Jotunheim.
tower, Jotunheim.
Hold on, can we stop? Let's backtrack. Harley Quinn is MIA for a good part of this movie.
Yes, she is, and then she is a
Yeah.
big part of the movie after that.
hmm She goes to what is he, like the prince or the president?
The president, because he overthrew. So at that point, he's the president, but people are upset with him for not having a wife.
So I find it so funny that we get this like great love montage and they're having a fun time, and then they do some very adult things, and then they bond and they're like, "Oh yes, let's get married." And he's like, "Yes, and when we're married, I will I will make sure no one stands in our way, and I will kill kids. And then all of a sudden you see a slug enter his chest.
Yes.
And he's like dying on the floor while she's giving a speech.
She's like, stop yelling at me, please. I have such bad taste in men.
I love her character too, because on the beach with the one guy, when he's like, take my javelin, he's like, you're the only one that, and then just dies like, that what? Starts slapping him.
It reminded me of Birds of Prey when she's like out and she starts stabbing that guy because she only has like use of her one arm.
Yeah.
Oh, she starts stabbing Zaz. It just reminded me of that. No, she's great in this movie. That whole sequence there, from that point until she gets back with the rest of the team, that whole fight sequence with like flowers around her and stuff, it's very well choreographed and just really cool.
The flowers also, it's like there's a mirroring part later with Starro when she's inside the gook stuff, like
His eyeball.
The goop, yeah, the goopy. Is that the eye? I didn't know if that was like the eye or like
eyeball.
the heart. Oh, that was gross. But
That's like, how eyeballs are.
Like the blood was like starting to spew out. I'm like, this looks like when she was fighting people. Dude, the hallway scene inside the building, that was so epic.
Yeah, it was. It was awesome.
It looked like something you'd see in like, it was like the Doctor Strange hallway sequence, except everything wasn't like shifting around and all that. But the tracking and everything was fantastic.
It's just really awesome. What were your thoughts on using the environment for like title cards?
Oh yeah, I liked that.
It was really
James
innovative.
Gunn loves his title cards too. That's why Marvel adapted having title cards after Guardians.
I thought that they had them in Winter Soldier first.
So what it was, it was actually all of the movies previously. So like in Berlin and Avengers and then Winter Soldier, they would have like a little thing that would pop in the corner. But then in Guardians, it was like
a big title card
nowhere with the coordinates, and later on we got Queens in Spider-Man. In Winter Soldier.
Yeah, Winter Soldier.
Civil
really
War.
Brought them yeah. Civil War really brought them like,
and then
front page.
Avengers Infinity War, space. Yeah, no, that he loves his title cards, and I love the.
It was really
location
cool to
cards,
see them all.
location cards, not
where it's like,
cards.
Meanwhile, Harley, and then it like transitions to the scene, or like the 3 days earlier on the toilet. That was funny.
Operation Jotunheim, and then it's like, no, we have something else we have to do. Operation, and then like the fire gets blown out, and it's just smoke that says Harley.
Yeah, or even like the opening title card for the Suicide Squad came out of Michael Rooker's head with the blood. The Suicide Squad was written out of the blood. That was awesome.
That's another thing too. Like they establish his character, like he's like this mad, take no crap attitude kind of thing, and he's just like and this is a very real thing too. Like you can get some of the toughest guys together to do something. Put them on a beach where people are firing at you, and I bet you half of them will have the same reaction. He like turns around, screams, runs, starts fleeing. I probably would have done the same thing.
Yeah, just deserting.
I am not capable of that kind of environment. I do not operate under stress.
I don't know. I really enjoyed it. And then when they finally get into Jotunheim, and
Peacemaker.
Dude, that was my favorite part. That was okay. So like my favorite scene was probably like the showing off scene, but like my favorite moment was probably when he gives him the little C4 Peacemaker, and then he just goes, "That's very kind of you, but that looks nothing like me."
Did you notice that's the one that exploded the biggest?
No, I did not notice that.
So all of them like exploded, and then it zoomed in on that one, and then it exploded, and it literally blew the entire floor out, and that's when the building started collapsing.
Yeah, but no, that was my favorite interaction between King Shark and Peacemaker there. It was just really funny and cute, because that's actually very kind of you part wasn't in any of the trailers, but that was nothing like me was, so it was just a really fun surprise.
I thought for sure Bloodsport was going to die in this movie.
I mean, I definitely thought he was when she was about to push the
button.
They
foreshadowed it a lot. like inside the building when he was just hanging there, and then he fell. He landed. I'm like, oh, he's good. And then the floor started collapsing. I thought he was gonna fall and then just like get spiked or something.
That whole sequence of him falling through all the floors, I thought that was super funny too.
How realistic do you think that is?
Hopefully not very. That'd be terrifying.
Like if a floor gave out and you were standing on it, you have a chance of just staying still and just like hoping that the floors fall until you're fine.
That's terrifying.
That's terrifying.
I hate that.
Let's test it.
And then, Big Starro gets out. Big Starro's out. Starro the Conqueror.
Before that, actually, Peacemaker almost met his maker.
Yeah. As we know, at this point, he did meet his maker. Because, you know what? Bloodsport's using smaller bullets.
Yeah. That's another thing, too. I love that we got a close-up of what rounds they're using. So he was talking about his explosive hollow point rounds earlier, and they're showing off, and we got to see a close-up of his hollow points.
Yeah.
I'm a bullet guy. I like bullets.
And then Bloodsport's like teeny little, like probably a full metal jacket round. Otherwise, it probably wouldn't have been able to survive that. Straight through the center of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was I don't know, super cool. Very sad that he killed the Colonel.
James Rhodes?
No.
Flag?
Rick Flag.
Yeah.
I was not expecting him to die in this movie.
He had a very tight yellow shirt on for the entire movie.
Yeah. And it had a little mouse on it.
Dude,
I thought all the costumes in the movie are great too.
I don't know why. The movie, it was really like subverting expectations in regards to who can die, because they were killing off big name stars and like smaller known but still like big people. I really thought John Cena was gonna cap that kid, Ratcatcher.
Oh yeah, that would have been really sad. Because then from there it cuts to the 8 minutes earlier thing. I'm like, oh no. I thought he did shoot her, and that's why I was going back. I didn't know Bloodsport was going to drop in through the ceiling.
No, because I felt if they didn't kill Bloodsport, they had a bond between Bloodsport and Ratcatcher. I thought for sure if Peacemaker were to kill him, this would be like the big climax of the movie. And I completely forgot Starro existed at that like little thinking process. I'm like, yeah, this could be like a revenge tale after that. Like they're fighting, duking it out. Like example, like the end of Civil War, Cap versus Iron Man kind of thing.
And that's how the fight between Rick Flag and Peacemaker was, essentially. Just down and dirty fighting. But no, like that whole fists. 20-minute period there of where it's them fighting up until Bloodsport drops through the floor. Like, there's like one section where you see Starro talking to Peter Capaldi's The Thinker, where he's like apologizing and then he kills him. But like other than that, it's the main antagonist of the movie, but in reality the US government is the main antagonist of the movie.
And that was a thing in the first one too, or the original Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Where they just need to destroy the tape so the US government doesn't get in trouble. But no, like that whole section, you just completely forget about the main villain and your brain just goes to survive. Like, what can we do to survive? I think that's really powerful for like growing a connection with characters. Yeah, and storytelling in general.
Yeah.
So were there any characters, like specific characters, that you were surprised that they were killed?
Yeah.
Because at the end, did not expect Polka Dot Man to bite the dust.
I saw that coming.
Nowhere.
I saw that coming. So he was like a big character up and through. I'm like, okay, one more of these characters has to die. I thought it was either going to be King Shark or, like I said, I thought it was going to be Ratcatcher earlier. Then we see Peacemaker presumably die. So I'm like, okay, well, that's one. So it has to be one of these 5 that are left. It's not going to be Harley, because they have a lot of plans for her yet. I thought it was going to be like a Bloodsport, like sacrifice play, or maybe King Shark or like the polka dot guy, because they're like, those two are like the funny lesser character, in my opinion, things. They didn't really contribute to the story other than like maybe some comedy points. But then as soon as like, that's your mother, and he like goes out to fight, I'm like, they're going to kill this guy, aren't they? And then
all the mother stuff is so funny too. Like, I really
In the
got a good
club?
laugh out of him.
In the club, that made me
He's just
really
dancing
uncomfortable
around
when
all
they
of
gave
his
her
moms.
a beard.
Oh.
No, and then like he stops, and I thought like, oh, he's gonna lose his mind, and then he like snaps back into it. I'm like,
I don't know.
I
He was
liked
really
his
great
I
in
liked
this
his
movie.
get up too. He looked like Saturday Night Fever Travolta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
this is
okay.
bad, dude.
So, I hope you stayed for the post-credit scenes, everybody.
Oh, I didn't.
We get confirmed that Weasel is alive.
I hated that thing. Like, when we got the scene of it licking the window, I'm like, can we just go back to the beach where it's dead?
So,
Guess what? It's not!
Presumably, it's 3 days later, and the movie has ended, and he, like, gets up, and it's just like, the mission is still on. So he, like, scurries away.
I don't think Weasel's smart enough for that.
He
Being
might
that it
be. I
didn't-
mean, he killed 27 children, so he's clearly
And-
targeting
and-
a group.
Animal nature is to swim, like one of theirs. Eat, swim, survive kind of thing. Because all animals, other than like primates, are supposed to be able to swim. Like monkeys can't swim. But all other animals have this innate thing where they know how to swim already. And humans had something where we had to adapt to learn how to swim. We're not proficient at it, but we, so like the weasel should be able to swim, but it's like a humanoid thing, so whatever. But no, that should be like, it should know how to swim. Didn't know how to swim, so I don't think it's smart enough. It's just like, it came up, it's like, I'm free, and it just ran off into the woods, never to be seen again. I swear, if I ever see it again, I'm not going to watch another movie.
The second post-credit scene. Are you excited for the HBO Max Peacemaker TV show now?
No, I hate John Cena after this. Like, is he signing up just to be villains in movies now? Because Fast 9, he was Toretto's brother.
I mean, neither of us watched that movie yet, so we don't even know if
Yeah.
he ends the movie as a villain, because that seems to be a thing where villain, friend, villain, friend.
Except for the fact where Hobbs is never going to come back.
Yeah, but that's just
Which
because
sucks
Vin
because
Diesel
I actually
is a big
liked his
meathead.
character. I actually big meathead.
Big dumb.
I
shiny
actually
head.
liked Hobbs' like character arc over those 4 movies that he was in that I've seen.
Yeah. No, I liked him.
Like
in the ones
he
I
goes
saw
from
too.
hunting to not like friends, but like kind of like an accomplice, and then more of a weapon for hire, and then a friend after he's in prison with Shaw.
Yeah. But no, I'm really excited for the Peacemaker TV show now. Steve Agee, the bearded guy that like works with Amanda Waller,
Oh yeah,
he's super funny. Apparently, he was the on-set body for King Shark. So then he was just hanging out with the cast the whole time.
Can we just talk about King Shark for a while?
New dumb friends.
I like when they're doing the comms for trying to break out Harley, and they're just like,
Bird.
"What's your stat?" And he's just like, "Bird." And then he's like, "Bird," and then he slowly lowers the walkie and like just stares at it.
It's really funny.
And then he's just like, "What's his name?" It's not King Shark. It's
Nanawe.
Manawe. He's like, "Manawe, stay off the comm."
It's like, oh, you're distracting us.
It's like
That was great.
I know some people that work that are like that. Just stay off the comm.
Definitely know people like that.
Oh, dude, yesterday was awful.
I bet.
I'm not gonna get into it, but like, you know what I'm talking about, where it's like, hey, there's specific channels for these conversations.
Apparently, one time someone asked, like, the best way to clean poop off of a toilet seat over one.
Over channel 1,
Yeah.
rather than going to it. Yeah,
So then someone immediately was like, please go to 2.
yeah.
No,
No.
it's funny, man. No, I'm super excited for the Peacemaker TV show. Apparently, James Gunn has come out and said that it's more grounded than the movie, which is kind of to be expected because it's a TV show.
I mean, the movie was pretty grounded.
Except for the giant space monster. We got a kaiju up
Okay.
in this.
Yeah, other than like up until they get to Jotunheim, though, it's pretty grounded.
I don't know. I think it just means it's going to be a TV show and not a giant blockbuster movie.
Unless more in the idea of like people don't have these bizarre powers.
Oh, that's
like-
possible too.
Like that's another thing too. Okay, so another reason why I saw Polka Dot Man like being killed off is I really thought like when you see him like disintegrate the leg of Starro, it's like, yeah, this guy's overpowered. They have to take him out of the game somehow. And then right after thinking that, splat, he's dead.
It's kaplat, kaboom, gone.
I'm a superhero.
Dead. I mean, at the end of the day, his mom did win. He became a superhero.
Yeah, no.
Well,
that guy's doomed.
That wraps up the weekly tea on the Suicide Squad, man.
I want breakfast.
I'm going to go see this movie in theaters tonight because I watched it at home on HBO Max. Now I'm going to go watch it in theaters.
I want breakfast.
Me too.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Razzberry Tea Time. Make sure to stay up to date by following us, Razzberry Tea Time, on our socials on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links in the description. You can find me on Instagram at Spenny_T_is_me and Twitter, SpennyT_is_me. Cameron, where can they find you, brother?
Right back here every single week of the day.
Every week of the day.
Every week of the yeah, and then Raz Apple Night on Twitch and YouTube. I'm doing a great job. You can find me here every week. I'll be back next week when we do something.
Yeah, not 100% sure yet. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
What If comes out, so we'll probably watch that.
Yeah, what if we do What If?
You can find him on Instagram and Twitter at Apple_Raz.
Gonna wrap me up because I'm
folks.
Not doing a good
Make
job
sure to
of it.
tell a friend about the show. Leave a review. Help us grow our community. We really appreciate you. Again, thank you for joining us this week. And like we say here at the end of every episode,
There's a snake in my boot.